Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday night. Time for your favorite show, your favorite Alabama show, the Bama Standard. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Turn on all notifications. Jump in the live chat. Get ready to chop it up with us. If you're watching the replay, leave us a great comment. Folks, we are now holding a three-peat against Auburn from this past Iron Bowl. But before we get into all that, I want to introduce my panel. With me, as always, is a 1999 All-SEC linebacker, Marvin Constant, senior analyst of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, Stephen M. Smith, and two-time national champion and USFL champion, Bo Scarbrough, as soon as he comes on screen. And we are brought to you by Workspace Solutions and Oakmont Financial Partners. Welcome in, fellas.
Hey, man. I just want to apologize on behalf of Steve Brown. He couldn't make it. He's at practice for a play. He's the elf this year at 8th grade school play. So we're going to give him a pass.
He's elf number 2?
At an 8th grade school play.
8th grade school play.
Hold on. Steve Brown finally got his part in the Nutcracker. Is that what we saying?
So you're an elf this year, man.
Did he get that part by pulling strings since he was in Bad Santa playing that elf?
You wrong for that.
But we're happy for him. We're going to let him be great. Do you think, Steve?
I'm happy he made that 8th grade play.
Look, right. He's been an understudy for too long. It's time for him to take his shine.
Bro, as long as he can be next to Santa, it's okay. It's all good.
That's all you ask for.
Knowing him, he's going to try to sit on that lap.
He's going to get hit over the head with a candy cane, man. What you talking
about? Not the cane, bro. Not the cane.
Oh, yes, sir.
I can see him now with some candy cane tights on and a sweater vest. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
He's going to hop on here with that outfit on. It's going to be great. But listen, guys, we got a lot to talk about. Of course, the Iron Bowl just happened. We knew how that played out. We got the playoff talk coming. Shortly here, they're going to reveal the top 5.
They've already revealed it. We're number 6.
I thought that was the AP.
No, we're number 6 in the CFP. Georgia's 1, Michigan's 2, USC is 4, TCU 3, Ohio State's 5. We're number 6, man. It's already It's on my screen right there.
All right, we should have brought that in. But listen, before all that, we got a special guest, Stephen M. Smith. I know that you're excited, as we all are, about this upcoming recruiting class. The 2023 class is number 1 right now, and for a very good reason. And we have one of those gentlemen representing that class waiting to be laid in tonight. Stephen M. Smith, if you would, please properly introduce this man.
Absolutely. We know our own Marvin Constant likes to say, do your thing once you get on the campus. But we do have a young man, one of the big offensive linemen for this class, a powerful guard/tackle prospect. I think he's going to be an outstanding tackle, but he can play guard. He can put his hands on you as an offensive guard. So we bring in the big 6'8", 300+ pounder that will roll you over into the dirt right here. He recruiting his own savages. We got Miles McVay in the building. Miles, come on in here.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
What up?
I just have one question. I just have one question, Miles.
What's up?
What does your mama grocery bill look like? Man, my God.
It's been huge, man. I can't even give you a number. My dad probably say 500 at Sam's.
A week?
Or is that every other day?
No, every other day.
That's what's up.
8 out of house and home is Miles McVay. There you go.
Hey, it's a protecting an investment, the way I see it.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, you got to. You got to. If your mama know you the one that's gonna get the family out, she gonna bring all the groceries in there.
But I've been cutting back though. I ain't been eating like I used to.
How much do you weigh?
When I went down and took my OV, I was 343.
Ooh. Man, I can't wait to get you on campus.
What they asked you to play at 325, 330?
So they want me to come in at 340 in December, and so I took my OV in October, so I came in at 343. So I'm probably around maybe 340 But hopefully I can get down there at 320, see what I look like, how I'm moving.
I was gonna say by the time they put you in a strength and conditioning program, training table, lean you out, put some muscle on you, you would probably play at around 325, 330, but it'd be a different 325, 330. A lot more muscle, lean body type, very athletic.
Hey, I can't wait.
Hey, he's already got that muscle now, man.
I'm gonna say this. They may try Miles to get you down to where Evan Neal was. Because like Evan came in at like 380. And they brought Evan down to about 335.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what I just said. Like 335, man.
I know you just saying that.
Yeah, I don't know, because my freshman year, I was around 325, and that's kind of when I felt the best as far as like my knees and moving. Mm-hmm. So probably when they lean me out, put the muscle on me, who knows? I might feel better than that.
I'll give you a tip. You probably don't want to go down to 315, 320 because you're going to be a little too light for them boys on that edge now. So you probably going to want to stay at about 325, 330.
You might have a point. I got to see.
Now, well, them some grown men out there now. That's a whole
Have you seen him?
level.
Have you seen him? He's coming in grown. I swear he's 25 right now.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. When you walk in there as an 18-year-old kid and you got to line up against a 21, 22-year-old man who's been in a program for 3-4 years, in some cases 5 years, that's a different animal now. Yeah. He's already been in the training program. He's already been in the weight program. So, he's where he wants to be. So, you gotta, hey, I'm just saying. So that's one of the things you have to consider.
Yes, sir. Well, it's funny coming in at 17, actually. So
you think about it, at 17 years old, lining up against a 21, 22-year-old man that's benching, 450 to 500 pounds, squatting 600, 700 pounds. Yeah.
He's got it. I mean,
hey, it's cool. I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to handle it, put my time in the weight room. I'll be there real soon.
And that's all I'm saying. Just make sure you prepare appropriately so that when you do go out there, your talent truly does translate. Because I've seen a lot of the guys when I played had the size, they had the athleticism, but they didn't put in that time they needed in the weight room and in other areas. So they were never able to translate their true gifts to the field. Because, in high school, just size and raw talent, it takes you a long way in how you dominate the game. But as you go up that ladder higher and higher, you have to do those small things to separate yourself from your competition. And in most cases, that's getting in that weight room, putting that strength in, because again, when you're playing against a Deron Payne or a Jonathan Allen or some of these dudes, that's not an easy feat.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he can handle his own. There's no question. Like I said, refer to the film. But, watching Jaheim Otis's transformation, as we talk about transformation, how much has that been kind of an inspiration to you? Because he went from a 4+ down to what, 335, 340, Stephen?
Yeah. He was at 340 last time I was down. I mean, that's big, just to kind of see how they mold people my size and how they come in at that weight, and just see how they molded them and then turn them in what he is now.
Yeah.
I know.
And then Justin, you remember Mount Cody came in over 400, and they took Mount Cody down to about 365. Yeah.
So
yeah, well, that.
Yeah, so process, man. I kind of can't wait to be a part of.
So, what is the thing you're looking forward to the most about going to Alabama?
Oh,
don't say the girls, because they're gonna beat us. That's some.
I ain't worried about that. I mean, I am, but I'm not. That ain't.
He's speaking truth.
Big thing. I'm going down there. It's the competition. I would say, especially being in the SEC West. I mean, the SEC itself is crazy, and then being in the West is even worse. You got to play teams like LSU, Texas A&M, and that's kind of what I look forward to playing. And I can't wait to compete. That's the big thing. Me as a person, I'm a competitor, so that's kind of what I'm looking forward to.
Well, if I can give you one tip, if I could rewind time to go back when I was in high school getting ready to go to Alabama, the one tip that I would give you would be soak up and absorb every moment of your time at Alabama, because it goes by so fast, man. Yeah. I mean, you blink and it's over. And it's like, wow, how did this time go by so fast? Because you're going to make so many memories along the way. You're going to make friends from teammates that'll become your brothers that you'll talk to on a regular basis. I just got on the phone with Tony Dixon 2 minutes before I jumped on this call, and Freddie Millen's texting me yesterday. So you're going to talk to these guys for the rest of your life. They will truly become your brothers. So I would say, man, just soak up every moment of it, the good, the bad, the ugly. It'll be experiences that you'll look back at and you'll laugh at, but like, man, how did we get through that? But it's all going to make you into the man that you will become once you leave Alabama.
Yes, sir.
Of course, I want to focus on what you're going to do at Alabama. But first, man, talk to us about your senior year. How did that go? What were your goals going in? Did you achieve them all? How'd that play out, brother?
I said my senior year was up and down, but it finished how I wanted it to. So we started off the year. We started off the year 1-2. So we ended up losing to St. Francis, and then we came back and beat CBC, Christian Brother Cadets. They ended up winning state this year, and then we went down to Georgia and lost to Creekside. And so we was trying to win a national championship this year because one of my brothers he passed away my freshman year, so this was his senior year. So we wanted to kind of send him off with a bang. But so after that Creekside loss, we kind of had to sit down with the team. We talked about what we wanted to do. And then we got it done. So we ended up going undefeated the rest of the year, and then I finished off my senior year with a state championship. We ended up breaking the state record for point margin in the game, 57-7 in the state game. So it turned out how I wanted to. It could have been better, but, I mean, I'm happy with it. I still sent my brother off with a bang, so I ain't tripping.
I hear you, man. I hear you. So what were those conversations like with Eric Wolford, and what really sold you on Bama?
What really sold me, I would say, so I got offered my sophomore year, and I went down to camp at the Nick Saban camp. And so it would kind of be, when Coach Saban offered me personally, it's kind of when I started thinking about going to Bama. At first, I was a little nervous. You know how they talk about Bama always reloading. They got all these players for 4 years. So, as a person who ain't never been down there or never even been to Alabama, I was a little nervous. But then once I started talking to Coach Saban, and then he kind of told me that Coach Wolford was going to be coming in. And Coach Wolf was actually my second offer. He offered me at Kentucky. So it was just coming in, reestablishing that relationship, and then we just kind of went from there. It's been fun, though.
That's what's up.
Archibald Woodrow's has the best ribs in Tuscaloosa. So don't make the mistake of anybody telling you Dreamland is better, okay?
I don't know, man. That's a little iffy now.
And Woodrow's.
I'm from the Midwest. I'm pretty sure I could judge some ribs. I got to go down there and test them. We barbecue area up here.
I would say I would buy you some ribs when you get there, but I don't know if that's a violation for me to go. I don't know. I don't want to get nobody in trouble.
You can be an NIL provider, Marvin. Why not? I mean, Bama South 5 booster. That's what's up.
So Miles, of the players that are already on the offensive line right now, when you went down to take your official visit, like who did you bond with the most on that line right now?
It was a few of them. So TJ Ferguson was one of them. I actually spent like my first visit down there. I spent my time down there with him and JT Latham. So I kind of stuck with them the first time, but then every other time from then on, I was with Tyler Booker and JC, and we kind of just been together like that, and we've been close. I mean, I talk to him whenever I see something. I ask him questions. I kind of pick his brain if that makes sense. I want to learn the most before by the time I get down there. So kind of just talk.
Are you really ready for the chills that come out of your body when you coming out of that tunnel at Bryant-Denny Stadium? Do you understand the chills? Like, it's like the vibration. It's one of the most powerful experiences in the world.
Hey,
I'm ready for this.
So I took my OV the Texas A&M game, and it was kind of like as they was coming out the tunnel and as they was warming up, I know I'm not playing. I'm not gonna touch the field, but I'm slowly getting my mind ready. I'm hyped. I'm going out there playing, but really I'm on the stand cheering as loud as I can. But I honestly can't wait. That's something I really look forward to. The stadium back where I play at, it was huge. For a high school stadium, it hold I think like 10,000 people. So
Well, that's another 90,000 you didn't account for.
I know. It's gonna be a transition, but I kind of can't wait. You know, I'm kind of playing in semi-big crowds, especially where I come from. So I just can't wait to put up a show for my people.
Well, I can tell you from experience, being on an official visit, standing on the field, and actually coming out of that tunnel, know you starting. It's two completely different worlds.
Yeah, I just can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Start spot first though.
But it's the game you've played your whole life. So when you go out there after that first play, you settle down, and it goes back to what you've done your whole life. Just go dominate, do the job you've done. Just don't let it become overwhelming, because I've seen it overwhelm some people. But again, just remember, it's the game you've played your entire life. It's just a few more people in the crowd, and honestly, you'll get to the point where you don't even see the crowd anymore.
And I'll say this: you hang out with two guys that are going to really help develop you in J.C. Latham and Tyler Booker.
Oh yeah.
I mean, those two guys are going to put their arms around you, man, and going to show you a lot of things. So you staying around those two, especially when you come in and those two already have an experience, you're going to fit in that room.
Yes, sir.
And we talked about the current guys, serving as mentors to you. Have any of the legends reached out to you? And is there a Bama legend that you kind of looked up to and maybe patterned your game after, besides Marvin Constant? You know, he played linebacker.
I haven't quite talked to any legends, but I did watch Alex Leatherwood a lot. That was one of the big ones. Evan Neal was another one I got to watch. I just like how dominant, and with them being close to my stature and size, I just was guys, of course, I had to look at and see how they kind of deal with being a bigger offensive lineman. So them kind of guys, I would say model my game after, but kind of people I watched and studied.
I want you to do something for me, Miles. I want you to go back and look at film of when DJ Fluker played with Chance Warmack. That group of players right there. I want you to go back and you look at that offensive line group that they had 2009, 10, 11 through that era.
And
you're going to see some of the most dominant offensive line play in the history of Alabama football. That's when you've seen all those boys coming out first round left and right. You will see a brand of football that will probably never be replicated again. You're talking about complete and total domination. So if you want to see some highlights of some guys who went out there and got after it, look up the 2009, 10, 11 Alabama offensive line. Again, DJ Fluker, Chance Warmack, all those guys. When I say those guys were ferocious, they were scary. Scary.
Marvin, we actually had somebody in the weight room who was ferocious and kind of fit all that. Matter of fact, I think he was your roommate at one point. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a legacy in here. One of the best tight ends to ever play the game, Mr. Terry Jones Jr. What's going on, sir?
What's going on, man? How y'all been?
Junior, what up, baby?
Man, what's going on?
TJ, we are here with Miles McVay, a guy we are very excited about, committed to Bama, going to be joining us very soon.
Welcome to the family.
Hey, nice to meet you.
You too.
Stop being so polite, man.
I gotta show respect. That's all it is.
Hey, we all family. We brothers, man. We good. I don't need no missiles. I ain't that old.
Don't pay me no attention.
Marvin's been advising him while you were waiting to come on, TJ. If you would, man, give him the right advice. So, what's one thing you can kind of give him right off the top of your head before he heads to Tuscaloosa and starts doing his thing?
Man, the biggest thing is just focus on the name on your chest. That's one of the biggest things. Like when you get there, if you do what you're supposed to do on the field, everything else gonna take care of itself. Every single thing. Like I said, that's one of the biggest things. Like when my dad went there, he told me, he told every other guys, he was like, play for your mama, play for your dad, play for your family, and play for the A that's on your chest. Then after that, everything else will take care of itself. And like I said, just enjoy the moment, appreciate it. Because you got 3 to 5 years that you're going to be there. But it's going to be it's going to create a lifetime worth of memories. Like this man, Marvin, we ain't known each other since the 6th grade. I promise you. Like we was at Westline Middle School, but the man like my brother, man. Like you said, we like family. And there's other guys that's the same way. And so when you get on campus, appreciate being on campus, appreciate the college life, but also understand, hey, it's a business. You got to go out here and make your money.
Yes, sir.
Now, Miles, did I not just tell you the exact same thing?
you ain't say it just like that, but you said it.
Hey, Miles, who's your NFL team?
My NFL team. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm a Josh Allen fan. So I like the story coming out of high school and then how he got to Wyoming. So I kind of been following them since then. But I'm also I would say I'm a Bills fan right now.
All right, Trench Mafia. All right, Trench Mafia.
Yeah, I was a Cam Newton fan for the longest. So, but
that's kind of in conflict. TJ played for the Ravens, man.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Played 4 years.
Made the Pro Bowl with him.
I got love for the Ravens too. I like them.
Man, you all good. Hey, I like the Bills too. Smoke Dixon used to work for the Bills, so I got a little love for the Bills too. So you good. Josh Allen is a beast, and he's doing some great things on the football field.
Yeah, but he has to learn how to finish games.
He do. He got to know how to handle some snaps.
Josh still got that wildness in him in terms of his arm. Got to control that arm a bit more.
He cost me a lot of money against Minnesota.
That's what it is right there.
I think part of that reason is losing Brian Daboll. To lose Brian Daboll, that hurt.
And that hurt Alabama losing. I'm still waiting on him to come back to Tuscaloosa.
He ain't back anytime soon, brother. He's doing his thing with the Giants. But Miles, before we jumped on here, we talked a little bit about the recruiting class and how close you guys are. Like I mentioned before we jumped on, y'all really don't need anybody recruiting you guys. Y'all are doing it yourselves. Can you talk about how close-knit y'all are right now as a recruiting class? And then also kind of talk about the bond you've already started forming with the other guys on the offensive line are coming with you.
I would say we're real tight. I would say we got a bunch of guys that are going to come in and win. So we kind of know what it's going to take to win. And just the mentality, we want to get the best, we want to compete against the best. I would say this group got to be one of the best group of competitors that I've seen and have been a part of. From the D-line, the O-line, like we all know each other, the DBs, the receivers, especially nowadays with camps and all like the rivals, the under camps, like everybody been around each other. We already been talking. So, like for instance, I seen Justice Hayes and Richard Young at the Under Armour camp, the Future 50, and then Olawus was down there too. So it was just like we all been hanging around each other for a little minute. I mean, that's kind of how tight we are. And what was the second question? My bad.
Listen, man, forget all that. Listen, no matter how tight y'all are going into practice, y'all can be like this, BFFs, roommates, all of the above. Just know, when y'all go on that field, they will take cheap shots at you. Terry Jones was guilty of always taking cheap shots at me in practice. My back not turned. He trying to. They don't trust him.
It ain't no friends on the field. As long as nobody can take it personal and we can be cool off, that's how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. And you see, he didn't deny it.
No, that's how it is.
Now, Miles, when you were down there with them guys at the Future 50 and all the camps, did you see that mentality of I'm gonna take it from you from a lot of these guys you've been around? Like, have you seen that? Have you seen that mentality of it's mine and I know it's mine?
Almost definitely. I mean, you can't come into Bama without that mindset. You gotta come in day one, compete for your spot. It ain't gonna be handed to you. And where I come from, ain't nothing ever handed to you. So you gotta come and take it, or you gotta come get it from me if you wanted that. So I was raised, and then just being around the guys like that, like I wouldn't be tight with them if they wasn't like that. That's just how I grew up, and that's just how I am. So we all like that. We all got that dog in it. It's just who gonna show it the first, who gonna show it the first, and who gonna do it the most. That's just what it is.
So you saying nobody took your chicken nuggets growing up?
Nah. And if you did take my chicken nuggets, it was probably like you was one of my big brothers, and I let you. I want to scrap. I respect you. Yeah, fight with you because I respect you.
I like that. I like that attitude, man. That's what's up. You're gonna fit in day one, like I said. So. Do you plan on enrolling early in the spring? Just kind of get things started right off?
I plan on enrolling in December, so it's coming up.
Okay.
Also, you finna help Bama with this bowl prep, okay?
Yeah, I'm be on scout team. Scout team online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, man. We appreciate you putting in the work early. That's what's
be
up.
careful. They got this ferocious middle linebacker, number 10.
I knew it.
You gonna I'm gonna just take my L's and I'm gonna take my W's as of right now.
You don't take that L.
It's stupid.
I got faith in you.
Nah, but bowl prep gonna be good for you, man. Like you said, you get a chance to adjust and get a chance to go through spring, and you get a chance to get on campus. And now you get to do all just football right now. That's the biggest thing in December.
And I'm gonna tell you this, Miles McVay. Remember this: Mac Jones got all that bowl prep in 19 when he faced Michigan. 2020 became a starting quarterback, won a national championship. So bowl prep is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of these guys that come on here, like Bo, whenever he comes on, he was there in 14 doing bowl prep, and he turned out to be a legend. So, yeah, do your thing, man.
No, what's funny? We got like a little family tree on our team, the Scarboroughs. So,
Bo, y'all cousins?
Hey,
Bo.
Go over there mashing peas and apples right now. He take.
Yeah.
Hey man, you better leave Bo alone, man.
We got a bunch of guys from my team. Well, not a bunch of them, but so last year we had a dude on our team named Terran Scarborough. So it's like a little family. I made a joke. Maybe y'all related. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right, Miles. But while I got Junior on here, I'm gonna ask Junior a question. Junior.
Yep.
Dreamland or Woodrow's and Archibalds?
That's what I was about to ask you.
Ooh, probably Woodrow, because the new Dreamland ain't what it used to be.
Thank you.
Since the owner passed away, I went there a few years ago. It don't taste the same.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm wrong with Archibalds too, man. I went to Dreamland, I think 2 years back. I went there for some ribs, for some fire ribs. And I came home, that junk gave me food poisoning, man. and not just me, man. Me and my mama. All right.
Yeah, that's bad.
So Archibalds, bro.
Yeah.
No more.
And tell Dalvin I sent you over there. He'll take care of you.
I bet I'll let him know.
They're my people.
Oh, you said it's called Archieland?
Archibald.
Archibald. Hey, Miles, I love you already. Miles, I love you already, man. Archibald.
Hey, just tell him where to eat, man. That's all that matters.
And Woodrow's.
He got an iPhone. Let's send him the directions on the iPhone. He'll get
it. Then, like I said, ask for Dalvin. Just ask for Dalvin and tell him my sense. He'll take care of you.
All right.
So tell the folks in the audience, they all want to hear this, man. We've seen the tape. We see everything that 247 writes up, rivals, all that. But, off the record, off script, what do you bring Alabama that no one else does at your position?
Ooh, I'll say,
don't say donuts. Come on.
Nah. I would say I bring leadership. I bring a winning mentality coming from East St. Louis, and I say I bring that dog. That's the thing I would say I bring. I'm really big. I'm really keen on helping guys get better in my own little way on how I grew up, and then I just want to see everybody make it and succeed. I say that's kind of the leadership part of me, and then of course at the end of the day, I'm gonna get mine, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. So that's that dog in me. But I ain't too big on talking about it. I gotta show y'all first.
Well, I'll tell you this. If you're from East St. Louis, man, I know how you came up, and I understand. That area makes a man out of you early in life. My mom, she lives in Fairview Heights, so I spent a lot of time up that way. So I wholeheartedly know what you're saying, man. And again, I know there's nothing but determination in you to succeed, man, and be the best you can be for yourself and your family, man. So again, I know you're gonna be great at this, man. I believe in you.
Thank you, man. Mean a lot.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna say this, man. I'm just waiting for your first pancake in Tuscaloosa. Just waiting on the first pancake block. I'm just waiting for it. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on the blind side. You're gonna blindside somebody.
Ooh, I can't wait to see that.
Like Junior used to do me in practice. Yeah.
I sense a lot of bitterness here, Junior.
Yeah, I'll fix this. Marvin started this.
But my hits were legal.
So, Miles, I'm running the route. The player's away from me. I'm jogging across the field because the play is done. Mm-hmm. Marvin, Wilford, Junior, Constant blindsided me, took me off my feet. This is my boy that I known forever. So he took me off my feet. So that's all right, cool.
But the whistle hadn't blown yet. The play was still live.
But I caught his ass later. I'm going to tell you that.
All right, you got to get yours. You got to get that get back.
Yeah, then we went back and they had us a drink, and we were straight after that.
Did he put a dead fish in your air conditioner?
That's how football's supposed to be. Y'all not cool on the field. Y'all do what y'all got to do because y'all trying to prove yourselves in there. Yep. Y'all buddy. That's how it's supposed to be.
So who are you looking forward to going up against the most, say, in practice and then across the line in the SEC?
See, so with it being bowl week, hopefully I get my little shot at Will. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I want to hear this. Go ahead. Keep going.
So Will, I want Will because he's gonna be gone next year, and then I had Dallas Turner the other times.
I like this.
So what you gonna do to Will? We got this recording too now. What you gonna do to Will?
This is awesome. I like that. I like you, man. This is what we need.
I'm not gonna answer that question. You know, it's respect. He been on that level higher than I have, so I ain't gonna say nothing disrespectful.
No, nothing like that. We just like the fact that you got that dog in you, like you said, man. This is what we need to see coming in, and you fit the Bama mold, brother. So we love hearing this.
Well, I give you one tip, man. Be mindful of what you say though to the media, because a lot of times, you know, they're looking for clips and sound bites, man, to get their own name out there and to make themselves look good. So you might have one intent in what you say, but they'll take it and spin it to mean something completely different, and then it makes you look like you're the bad guy. Yeah. So, you know, just be mindful of how you craft your answers, you know, because it can be the simplest thing, but the way you answer it, they can flip it and make it sound completely different. So always be very clear and concise in your answers so that it can't be manipulated or turned around in any way.
And so, and because of me, Miles, because I work in the media, not saying I do this because I don't, but my advice to you would be a man of very few words. Very few words. Now, in terms of Bama players that were like this, go back and watch interviews of Jonathan Allen, of Ashawn Robinson, you know, those guys back in 2015.
Bo Scarbrough.
Bo Scarbrough too.
There he is.
They were men of very few words, so reporters couldn't twist what they had to say. They just went out there and meant business. You could also go watch film of Marvin Constant. Very few words.
Don't do that. No.
It's in black and white, but you can still watch it.
It ain't in black, but I'm telling you from experience, because when I played at Alabama, I had a guy in front of me, Travis Carroll, All-American. Travis ended up transferring. He's seen it writing on the wall, whatever. So the reporter's asking me a question, and he's like, how do you feel about losing Travis? It's a blow to the defense, and I said, it's gonna hurt to lose him, but the reality is I was planning on starting this year anyway. And when I said they flipped those words, man, and the article that they wrote, it was crazy. It was all over the news. Next thing I know, coach calling me to his office, talking about explain. I'm like, all I said was it hurt to lose him, but I was planning on starting anyway. But because I left it so open-ended, they flipped it and turned it into everything they wanted to turn it into. That's why I say, man, be very clear and concise in your answers that you give. Because, again, you don't know who's trying to make a name off you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Bo, he said he's got some Scarborough in his family, man. This your cousin?
On my team.
On your team? Okay.
What team you play for?
East St. Louis Senior High School.
No, I don't got no family in St. Louis.
It's Illinois.
Oh, you said Illinois? Yeah, my auntie them live in Illinois.
What part?
I couldn't tell you. I just know she live in Illinois, close to
Man, you don't know your own family.
Hey, do your family tell you every time they move from another house to another house?
I know my mama live in Fairview Heights, Illinois.
I know my mom
been living there for like 10
years. 62208.
I know my mama live in Tuscaloosa down 69, zip code 35405.
Now that we know where everybody's from, Bo, we're glad you could pop in, man. If you can give this young man some advice, man, off the top of your head, what's the first thing that you want him to know going in? Because he's coming in here in December, man. He's gonna be a part of that bowl prep.
All right. So, bro, look, I came in the same way as part of the bowl prep as well. So you have to be you. You know what I'm saying? And the main thing is buying into the program and doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, where you're supposed to do it. And another thing is not separating yourself from others. You know what I mean? Because one thing that Coach Saban philosophy is that if you can't go to class, he can't trust you on the field. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And those advisors that's over there, bro, Miss Miley and Chelsea and all those people, and you make sure you get a good relationship with them and tell, and you know, I was a guy, I didn't have classes with football players, you know what I mean? And the only reason why I didn't have classes with football players is because some of the guys were leaving early, and the teacher would think that you part of that same group. That just like if you hanging out with 4 game bangers and you're not a game banger, what they gonna say about you? You a game banger, right? Stop, boy. And you a game banger, right? This is my little one right here, man.
He ain't little, man.
What's he running the 40?
I don't know, but he know he can crawl fast as I don't know what.
Hey, the next Bama running back.
That's it. That's it. Carry that legacy.
And listen to what Coach Saban say, bro. If you don't do anything, listen to what Coach Saban say. It follows you in the real world. I'm still living by Coach Saban philosophy. When every time I'm making a choice, I always ask myself, what would Coach Saban do in this situation? What would Coach Saban say? What would Coach Saban feel about this? You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Because he's a guy that gonna make you better as a person, as a player, and also as a man. And I know person and man may seem like the same thing, but there's a difference between a person and a man. A man handles his responsibility. A person is someone who genuinely and know how to respect themselves and respect others. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So I advise you to just go over there, do everything that asked of you. Don't be one of the players that say, why we doing this and why we doing that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever Coach Saban asks, do it, bro. And I promise you, you'll be one of Coach Saban's favorites, bro. Because one thing that he likes players that abide by the rule. He's a guy that followed the rules. So if you follow the rule, and you may not like what he wants you to do. You may not like, what I'm saying, what you got to go through. But those are things that make you better. That's what make you better as a player, as a man, as a person. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And don't be one of the players that fans come up want to take pictures and you saying, "Nah, I'm too busy, it's, this and that." You gotta think about it. What if it was your little brother or your little sister that walked up to someone and they want a picture or something, and they tell your little brother and your little sister no? How would you feel? You know what I mean? So you got to think about that, because these kids doesn't see us on a regular. They don't see us in the streets. They don't see us, you know what I'm saying, just out in general, because we all on campus. We in class or we in football practice. And that moment that they see you is a special moment to them. So you want the people to look at you as a good person, because it goes a long way. And people will remember, like, I don't remember, but I remember when this lady, my mama shops in belts, had my belt card, right? She shops in belts all the time. And the manager of belts, knew my mom and asked her, could I get a football sign for her friend's son? So my mama bring me the football, and I get the football sign for the player. Man, it was 5-6 years ago. I saw her at the game. She say, "You may not remember me, but I'm the one that gave that football to your mom for you to get signed by the players, and it just means so much to my son." And you don't. She told me, she said, "I don't think you realize how many hearts that you touch when you do things like that." And the lady like dropped a tear in front of me, because I did that for her. It's the little things that counts, bro. Like, what is it to take a 5-second picture, 2-second pictures? You know what I mean? I know they say time is everything, but you have to think about it. 2 seconds to take a picture, and you got to go through all these other people, you know what I'm saying? And the people who you taking a picture with, you may not know who they is. They may be some type of billionaire that remembers you taking a picture with their son. And you may run down in the long run, you may need them, and they'll be like, hey, I remember this guy, he took a picture for my son. Let me try to help him out. You don't want to be the one that's the guy that told my son no for a picture. I'm not gonna help him out because he's an a-hole. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And that carries you a long way. The yes sirs and the no sirs and doing what you're supposed to do, being on time. If the meeting says start at 2:00, bro, be in there at 1:55. You know what I mean? 1:50. Because when they see that you're in there early, they're letting them know that you really care. You don't want to be a player that walking into the meeting 1:59. Coach Saban walking in at 1:59. You know what I mean? So you have to be one of those type of players that set the standard, that's different, that's bringing, leading by an example by being early, on time, doing what you're supposed to do, going to study hall, going to class, being one of the students that never leave class, talking to the teachers. You know what I mean? Let the teacher know that you in there and you trying your best, and and you take them, and they can, maybe help you out in the long run on something that you may need. That's what I did. I mean, once I got out of the class with all the football players, they didn't even know that I was a football player in their class because I was the only one. They didn't know that. So try to be that player, bro, that go over there and do everything the right way. You know what I mean? Like I said before, it may be something that you look at and be like, why are we doing this? Or why am I doing that? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Don't have that mindset. Just have the mindset of think about it, that 2-3 seconds of I don't want to do it, but at the end of the day, it gonna make me better. It gonna make me better in certain situations. And you may not realize that it made you better. Stop for a and
Don't do it on camera.
I'm finna tell them stop before I put them in a room. And you know what I'm saying? You want to be one of coach's guys. You want to be one of the players that's on the leadership team that got to say so. You want to be the one that when Miley come meet with Coach Saban and they say, oh, we never have problems out of him. He always on time. He come to study hall. He asking for help. He asking, is there anything else that he need to do, man? Man, I promise you, man, Coach Saban love those type of guys. You gonna be one of his guys if you do exactly what I just told you to do, because I did the exact same thing. You want to know how many classes I missed when I was at Alabama?
0.
Just take a guess.
0.
Nah, I missed 3 classes. I missed 3 classes out of 3.5 years. And the only reason why I missed those 3 classes, one of them because I had an irregular heartbeat. The other one I had to have surgery, and the other one I just overslept. And guess what I did? When they called me and they like, why you ain't in class? I said, Coach Stevenson, I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. I overslept. And guess what? He ain't even give me no point because I was honest to him. And then you can you can go over there right now and ask Miss Ginger, Jeff, Jeremy, anybody in the building about me. One thing they gonna say, if Bo say he gonna do something, he gonna do it. If he say he not, he not. Like Terry Jones, Coach TJ, I was one of the players that he can count on. I was in his foxhole. If you get in his foxhole, you one of his guys. So you want to be that type of guy that everybody around the building likes you. You know what I mean? But you're not there for them to like you. You there to respect others and to let them know that you're a respect for God and that you came from a respect for family and that you were raised the right way.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was powerful stuff, man. Thank you, Bo. That was awesome.
Pass the collection, played around about 30
I
more
know.
times.
You preaching, man. You preaching.
About a good 30 more times.
Well, I mean, those are all that's sound advice, and I'll take it a step further. Immerse yourself in the community, be an active member in your community, do outreach, because you got to understand, to whom much is given, much is expected. You're doing a thing that most young people dream about and want to do, but it's only that small percentage that can do it. And there's so many other people in this world that when you walk in the room, your presence alone will change their entire lives, their day, that moment, because all they'll see is you, that great Alabama player, that that aura about you that'll glow, man. So, again, no matter how big or small the outreach that you do is, immerse yourself in your community, be an active member, go out and do those things. There's several places, man, you can do volunteer work and do other things in that area, man. And I promise you, the lives you will impact will be far greater than you ever realized.
Yes.
Definitely, bro. I used to go down to the detention center, which is like
do that now.
I used to go down.
You went to go see Steve.
I used to go down to the detention center and talk to the old guys about it, about life, and like you still, just because you in here right now doesn't mean that your life is over and that you doesn't have an opportunity. I used to go speak to little kids, middle school kids, high school kids. I used to go out to camps. I used to go over to restaurants. When the pandemic hit, I had 4 food trucks for the nurses and the workers, for people to come out there and get free food. It looked like you'd have had enough, please.
But Miles, before we let you go out of here, we actually kept you a while, man. So we've enjoyed it so much. Thank you so much for staying on as long as you have.
No problem.
Before you go, though, man, tell us on the panel and tell everybody in the live chat, what's your goals? You'll be here in December, and then next year begins your time. Your legacy starts in the spring. So what are your goals right off?
My goals, I would say, come in, work hard, earn a starting job, and win a few more national championships for the city.
That's what's up.
All right. So while you there now, if you go to Catch a Taste in Alberta City, right? My cousin David Grant owns that place. DJ TJ.
Mm-hmm.
Ask for DJ. Tell him I sent you. All right.
Yes, sir.
And then just tell him to text me or call me while you there. Don't worry about the rest of the details.
So, Bo, is it Archibald or Dreamland? We've already asked this question. We need a third.
Archibald or Dreamland?
Yeah.
I would probably choose Dreamland.
He that new era. He don't know no better. He didn't eat Dreamland when it was the real Dreamland.
Yeah, he eating the real Dreamland.
He don't know what it used
I had Archibald too much, man.
I can agree that you probably did.
I had Archibald too much. My homeboy family owns that.
Oh, so Dalvin.
Yeah.
I told him to ask for Dalvin when he get there. Just tell Dalvin to hit me.
Hey, I remember when there were 3 Archibalds, man.
Yeah.
I'm ribs, wings, man, everything, but ain't nothing hitting on Thomas Real Shack.
Thomas is good.
That's a good one. You got to go.
You got some choices to make, Miles, when you get on campus.
The only reason why I say ain't nothing hitting on Thomas Real Shack because they got their own barbecue sauce.
Anyway,
hit up all of them. I'll be done.
Quick Grill. Adam, you've been drinking on the strip too much. You talking about going to Quick Grill?
Yeah, that's that late night move. That's that late night right there.
A lot of late nights leaving the venue, going to Quick Grill, get that burger, baby.
Yeah.
now you're supposed to be giving good advice, Marvin. And
Oh, my bad. I had a flashback.
Because he had a flashback.
Miles, again, thank you for jumping on with us. If you would, man, tell people in the audience, what's next, and then also too for all the people who want to follow you, tell them where they can find you on social media.
For me, what's next? I would say, get back to training, get ready for when I come down in December. And then you can find me on Instagram at _Miles2x_, and you can find me on Twitter at McVay Miles. That's where I'm at most of the time.
That's what's up, man. We're excited to have you on, and I like what you said earlier. When you get there, you want to go up against Will, against Dallas. Go after the biggest guys, man. I know you're a competitive guy. You're a dog. That's what I like about you, man. So you're gonna do great things.
Will he have a chance to practice with the bowl team?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you early enough to do that?
Yes, sir.
Well, my suggestion to you is leave the weights alone right now and focus on being in shape.
Yeah.
Because bowl practice go back to camp practice.
All right. I focus on that.
Bo, you shouldn't have ruined the moment, man.
Hydrate.
What you mean?
Don't you know? Hold on, Tony, you was gonna set me up. You wasn't gonna tell me that.
Hey, I'm just saying. Ball practice, you have a lot more time. So yeah, it's a lot more difficult. It's not regular season practice.
Miles, make sure bowl trips and the games and stuff. Curfew. Make sure your buddy's in on curfew. They're gonna be when I play in the league. There are people that got 2 commas and they 1 comma people. Don't hang out with them 2 comma people. They got a different restriction. They got different guidelines. Hang out with them 1 comma people and be where you're supposed to be. Like Bo said, be on time.
Hey,
watch out being in them streets.
And listen,
what you're supposed to do. There's a whole nother story that we can talk about. And Marvin pointing his finger, we already know. We're gonna keep that off of air.
Yeah, do
just know I was with one of them 2 comma people one night when I shouldn't have been there.
Right. See, I was, when I was in Detroit, I had kind of established myself around the organization, and everybody, they knew what I can do, so they knew when game time came that I'm on my business. So I remember, I'll never forget it. One of the funniest thing ever. I walked into the meeting room, like in Detroit, it's cold. So, I'm walking in there with everything bagged by the 3X hoodie on, 3X joggers. I ain't got no shoes on though. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable. I'm walking on the heel of the joggers. You know how your foot be on the joggers and your joggers.
Yeah.
Like a throwback from 1992.
Yeah, so I'm walking in there like that. So I'm like, what's up, Matt? What's up, Matty P? We having a conversation and stuff like that. I got my shoes off. Soon as I get through talking to Coach Patricia, when I walk down, about 2 more steps, another guy coming out with his shoes off. Coach Patricia said, "Don't put your shoes on. They're just straight nasty. What are you doing? Don't put your fucking shoes on, man. You don't do that around here." And he like, Bo would just say, he like, "Are you Bo?" Shoes on, man. So it's like that. It's like that. But I love Coach Patricia, man. He was something similar to Coach Saban, so I can relate. I was, a couple of the players that were at Bama can relate to him. We knew what he was asking for, and that's another thing. Alabama sets you up for the NFL, so when you get there, some guys like, what are they talking about? And you a rookie, and you like, this is what they really saying, man. You know what I mean? Like when I got to Detroit, they like, you can't play your music out loud. You got to put it in your headphone, like listen to it in your headphone. I said, oh, okay. I know what he basically saying then. So I put my headphones in. Here. You happy now? I put my headphones in. And I go to rapping my song got loud. So I'm rapping, I'm you know how you get in them headphones, Marv, you and TJ, we going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting dressed, and you know how you can just feel somebody watching you. So when I looked up, I'm talking about literally, this no joke. All 52 players were looking at me like, do he know what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, they were so shocked that I was doing that. And I took my headphones off. I was like, what going on, bro? Did I do something wrong? They like, nah, we just ain't never seen nobody come in here and do that. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I already know what Patricia asking for. He's saying listen to your own music. He didn't say you couldn't rap it out loud.
That's what's
So
up.
that's how I used to get Detroit ready to play. So they used to always want me to play my little song, you know, to get the team, you know, to get amped up and everything. And you know, that's me and Cole Patricia, man, and Bob Quinn. We had a great relationship. It was good. It was good.
What's funny is that's how it is with us on them away trips. You know, normally I'm the one that's doing that. Like once we get closer to we get into the stadium, I start turning up. I start rapping what I'm listening to. That's kind of how I am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sounds like he's got it figured out. It sounds like you got it figured out. Yes, sir.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you again. Listen to Coach Saban. I promise you. If you listen to Coach Saban, you'll be set for the rest of your life. They're gonna transfer over.
Yes,
all right, guys. Before he goes, anything else y'all want to throw it his way before we turn him loose?
No, appreciate you coming, man. Appreciate being part of the family.
No problem.
If you need anything from us, hey, we're a phone call away.
Yes. And thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. We enjoyed it, brother. You're back anytime.
Yes, sir.
All right, fellas. We didn't get a chance to really talk about the Iron Bowl. Like, real quick, man, what were your thoughts? What were your takeaways? Offense, we did our thing, but I'm out. Marvin, I know you got something to say about the defense, but yeah, if you would, man.
I mean, we only gave up 2,000 yards rushing. I mean, what defense?
Well,
they ran the same play over.
Let's say this, Marv. Let's just say this, Marv. Let's give the guys some creativity here. You know, I feel we've been on them. You know, we've been on them all year, and you know, you gotta think about it, man. These are 17-year-old guys, and they're not the type of guys that we were when we were brought up. You know what I mean?
Toe ain't 17. He about 22, 23.
But still, they're young guys. They're young guys, and sometimes we can't sit up and criticize them.
Oh, I'm not criticizing them. I just said they gave up 2,000 something yards rushing.
Or bashing them. You got to think about it. They're not looking at it how we're looking at it. We're looking at it as motivation to them. They looking at it as we're bashing them. In reality, we're only trying to motivate them to go out there and play better.
I mean, I'm not bashing. Okay, for me, I look at the body of work and I analyze the body of work based upon the talent that's there and what the expectations are and what should actually occur. And I don't ask anyone to do anything that I've never done. I led the number 2 rush defense in the country as a middle linebacker. You wasn't running the ball on us. We took pride in stopping the run. You can throw the damn ball down the field all you want to, but you're not gonna run the ball. You know, we took pride in that. So I don't expect anyone to do something.
I run the ball.
You can run it, but it don't mean you're going nowhere.
I run the ball on y'all.
I'd have folded you up like a cheap church.
I run the ball on
y'all. Man, hey, don't make me show you. Hey, boy, listen. I got the new
man. Don't bring out them 8 tracks.
Hey, listen. One thing about it, you were gonna feel me before I felt you.
Woo.
And I would have loved to see 2 of y'all.
And get what?
Same here.
I watched your film. I know you sideline to sideline. I know you was a man among boy, Hong Kong, King Kong. I know you ran the whole defense. I know what type of player you were. But my thing is, I was gonna use your talent against you. And that's how I was gonna beat you.
Wow.
That's what it'd have been like. Hey, but hey,
like
forget all
that.
that. Hey, man, I'll be in Dallas on Friday. Drinks on me Saturday. Hey,
You'll be in Dallas on Friday?
Yeah, I get there Friday 6:30.
What part? 6:30 in the morning?
I'll be in the evening, man. I got work. I'll be in Plano, but I'll be in the city most. When I get there, I'm going straight to the city.
What part of the city?
I'll
Uptown,
shoot you
downtown,
the
midtown?
I can't tell you exactly because of who I'm gonna be with, but I'm gonna give you the details. We can't put that out there.
Okay, cool.
But I got you. But yeah, I'll be there.
I gotta get your number because the phone that I had your number in, I got it. I forgot we in group text.
That's right. That's right.
Hey.
Yeah, the first time I had your number, that phone got stolen down there in Houston. Well, it didn't get stolen. I sat it down and turned around. It was gone.
Man, you can't set a phone down there like that's a piece of gold now.
But I thought if you were in a section, it shouldn't get messed with.
But real quick, Junior, what are your thoughts on the offense? I think we played balanced for the first time all year. It was amazing actually seeing plays that we hadn't seen, how it all opened up. We were able to run the ball. We had a little bit of creativity, a little bit of innovativeness. I like Robbie Oots. He kind of reminds me of the way you played, and I would like to have seen him used in packages similar to what you ran back in the day. And what were your thoughts on the offense? And have you had a chance to really, watch Robbie Oots yet?
Like you said, he played some, he made some big plays. But the biggest thing, we ran the ball. Like, we didn't run NFL concepts. We ran the ball, let it set up the pass. We had some drops here and there offensively, but like I said, we moved the ball up and down the field. We didn't let the defense dictate what we were doing. We dictated to the defense. And that's what Alabama offenses has been since we started doing the spread stuff. And we can't sit back there and throw it 40, 50 times a game because we ain't got first-round guys outside. So we got to use our first-round running back, use him, use number 2, use those guys, play action, and then let Bryce do his thing outside because we ain't going to run past anybody outside. So we got to go back to some of that back when Bo played, play action, short passes, doing that kind of stuff back then and let our running back set up the pass. So that's what we did on Saturday. If we get it, whatever bowl game we playing, we got to do it then. We get a chance in the playoffs, we got to do the same thing. We got to be able to keep our defense out because Marvin and I will talk about the defense, but look how many snaps the defense take. They probably take way more snaps than they should be taking on the football field. And plus, we can't stop a mobile quarterback. Like, you go back and watch it, and I don't know if it might not be a defensive coordinator thing. It might be a scheme thing. Like, you go back and watch some of those runs, we just not fitting right. And like you said, and that's the biggest thing. We just got to be able – the defense not built to stop a mobile quarterback. So we just got to do a better job of fixing that part of it.
But I'm just glad they kicked that last field goal because I had them at plus 22. They came right on in.
But for me, I think that we played an overall great game.
Yeah.
Them guys went out there, they did their job. And let's just, okay, TJ and Marv, there's never going to be a game where there's there's not a mistake.
Yeah, never.
Yeah.
I mean,
never.
We had fewer mistakes, fewer penalty. Seemed like we were together as a team, and they played like they wanted it. So I just want to congratulate the guys and
absolutely
together as one, and playing Alabama football. They did some great things, and they did some great things on offense, and also did some great things on defense. And I saw a little bit more leadership on the sideline and on the field. You can see guys tapping each other on the helmet, like Nicole Badine did last year in the championship game when that guy, fitted in the wrong gap and stopped on one side of the head. Next play got the sack or whatever. I felt like we was in that state of mode when we played against Auburn. And like they play Alabama football. From my standpoint, they play really, really good, and I think that there's still some work to be done. I don't think that where we want to be, but I think that we overall, we played really good defense and really good offense. We hold these guys to what was it, 21 points, 17 points,
27 points,
27 points. And the only reason why that happened because of a miscommunication. But overall, the guys played well. Kool-Aid did a good job, and
oh yeah,
Eli Rich did a fantastic job holding down his spot, and Branch, he did a good job, and Dow, he did a good job on the defensive line, and I was real impressed with the offensive line from doing better than what they have. They played like they really wanted it. They didn't really have no miscommunication on the offensive line side, and and the only thing that I had a problem with that a missed block that came from the running back, which we always gonna have a missed block because we have 10 things to go through in a point second.
Mm-hmm.
We have to know who the mic point is, where the safety is, who rotating, you know what I'm saying? If that guy blitzing, if he up, if he back, looking for the corner cat, we got the mic plus the fourth scrum plus the 4 week, and it just a lot. So I can understand, you know what I'm saying, that part. But overall, as Alabama football, I think that we played a really good game, and we still have some things to go over, but I think that Kool-Aid and old guys played a really good game, and they showed up and did their job and did what they were supposed to do, and seemed like they were really focused and locked in.
oh without a doubt. And running back wise, man, those guys are physical. I love watching Jace McClellan do his thing, getting better every week. Glad to see Jameer back in the lineup. Glad to see Roy Dell get some touches, and just overall great game. Back to playing Bama ball, like you said. Real quick, shout out to Gregory Artist, $2. He says, "Yo, Terry, what's up? It's been a minute." So I'm guessing that was meant.
Terry, you still in the A?
Yeah, I'm still in A.
Yeah, I be trying to get him to come work out with me all the time, but he won't.
You don't know how I know that. You don't know how I know that, dude.
Forget all that. I'm trying to get him to come work out with me. He won't even do it.
You know your dad. And like,
I already know. He'll be on here this weekend.
Why won't you come work out with me though?
Man, I got 3 kids to take care of, man. I ain't got time.
Marvin's got daycare.
It's a game room in here. They can go entertain themselves.
That's it. See, he's got it.
Well, since you got all that space at your house, can I come move in with you?
Hey, Bo, he got a whole section downstairs.
He does, like a whole nother house.
You know what I know?
Hey, man, this is my man cave, man.
Hey,
he a man.
that weight room just turned into a studio apartment.
That's it. Marvin,
we got
help
one
brother out.
on the third floor. We got one of those.
Look, we'll make it on the first floor. Well, hold on, wait. Make it in the basement. Then you got the first, second, third. Dang, we're in a 4-story house. Look at that.
I'm telling you, man. There's already bedrooms down here in the basement.
But no, we need a studio apartment. We need the kitchen.
Oh, you talking about the movie? Oh, man. And I'm over here entertaining this. What the hell?
Right. It's like you're ready. You already got his plan set up. You got your U-Haul ready.
Hey, you got the door back there. You can walk in through the back door and all.
That's it.
Hey, man, quit telling people stuff.
They don't like that. You don't like they got your address, Mark.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm just messing with Junior. I be trying to get him to come work out with me all the time. I told him, ain't no hours on the gym. You can come whenever you want to come, man.
Shout out to Jimmy Wilhelm for the $4.99 super chat. Uncle Charles, man, is here. Shout out to Bo Scarbrough from Uncle Charles. All right, folks, we have been on for over an hour. Before we shut up shop, real quick, Marvin, tell everybody what's up next for 40 Plus Strong. And then before y'all leave, do we get into the playoffs? Marvin, I'll start with you.
All right. You can go on Amazon, grab a copy of my book, Physical and Mental Fitness at 40 Plus. It's on my IG, Constant 45, the link to go. We'll be in Dallas this weekend. Consuming carbs, so I had to come back home and do some extra work next week because me and Bo gonna consume some carbs this weekend, baby. But you can follow me on IG, Constant 45, and again, man, I'm just trying to stay fit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, 43 years old, man, still trying to hold it in the road. Just understand that it takes a different mentality at this age, man, to stay fit, because just because you're in your 40s and 50s doesn't mean you have to look like it. Because you can't tell me I look like I'm 43.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, but real quick, does Bama make it in the playoffs? What needs to happen?
It's going to take a large Christmas miracle for that to happen. You're going to need USC to take an L, and you're going to need TCU to take a bad L in order for that to happen. And TCU playing Texas, Quinn Ewers, he's going to play lights out. If he plays the way I know he can play, there's a strong possibility that Texas will take down TCU. Now, the question is with USC, will they take an L? In a weaker Pac-12, I don't see that happening. The Pac-12, I mean, outside of USC, there isn't really much to say for the Pac-12. If you look at Oregon and what they did this past week against Oregon State, they were up 31-10, and they didn't come back. I mean, the Pac-12 really has nothing to offer outside of USC. So I don't see anybody in the Pac-12 beating USC. So I do see TCU potentially taking that L against Texas, but that will still leave us at the 5th spot, still on the outside looking in.
They're playing Kansas State, sir. TCU is playing Kansas State.
No, I said, I'm on my bad. Oh, Kansas State. I thought they were playing, I don't know. But Kansas State. Man. Okay. So even playing Kansas State, there's a chance. They have Deuce Vaughn at running back. Deuce Vaughn is an awesome running back. If you hadn't watched him play, that kid, he will give you 3, 4, 5 touchdowns a game without you even realizing it, because he's only like 5'5", 6. But man, when I tell you the kid plays lights out, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Hey, and Michigan's not in danger of losing either. Purdue is no cakewalk, so I look for them to give Michigan a hard time.
Even if Michigan loses, that means nothing, man. There'll be a 1-loss team. You still got a 2-loss Alabama sitting there. So unless USC and TCU takes that L, Alabama's on the outside looking in. I don't see Georgia. Even if Georgia or Michigan were to lose, they're still in.
Okay. All right. Junior, how do you feel on this? And tell people how they can find you on social media.
Man, this is for the playoffs. I feel the same as Marvin. Me and Marvin talk in that little text group. We talk about it, but it's gonna take a Christmas miracle. Like USC has to lose. I think we can jump TCU because their schedule and what they done, but they will still have to lose a game for us to get in. But nobody want to see us in the playoffs, so I don't. It had to be a miracle for them to have to put us in the playoffs and be able to do it completely. But like you said, it's all our own vices. We could be there, we could be doing it, but like you said, it's
how did we lose to an LSU team that just got dismantled by Texas A&M?
But it's on the road. They played them on the road.
I don't give a damn if it was on the moon, bro.
That's I'm right there with you.
We play LSU anywhere else, we beat them. We played them on a Saturday night.
But Junior, no matter where you play, you still have to do your job.
You're right.
That's true.
Hey, everybody goes on the road and plays games, so you can't say having a road. No, everybody goes on the road, so you just have to do your job.
Somebody who's doing their job is former Bama assistant Brent Key, who just got moved up to head coach of Georgia Tech today.
Great hires.
So shout out to Brent Key.
Player development personnel guy.
All right, Bo, that leaves you, man. Tell everybody what's up next for you, what you got going. You got Cameo, you got your website, you got your own show starting tomorrow night, and then tell us about the playoffs, man.
Yeah, I mean, you just laid it all out there for me. I guess I don't have
but give them the details, Bo.
Yeah, man, I'm on Cameo. You can request a video no matter what the video is, and clothing line is up, website is up, everything is up. My hoodies should be dropping in a couple days. My leggings should be dropping in a week and a half or so. So we getting pretty close to this thing coming out. And starting my own show. I think I'll probably start it next week instead of tomorrow, Justin, to get the base down and try to get everybody to listen in. So I will be starting my own show next Wednesday at 7:30, and it is called the Development focus point, and we're talking about developing players and the focus points of the development.
That's right. On
What'd
Alabama.
you just say, Justin? If Alabama goes to the Sugar Bowl, you're gonna pay for our flights and our hotels to do a live show. That what you just
Absolutely.
said?
But the thing is, I'm from Mississippi, so we use crop dusters over here. So if you're cool with that,
Man, I ain't staying at no Motel 6, man. I ain't messing with you.
so in the chat, go ahead and get those super chats up so we can go be on location for the Sugar Bowl. No, but yeah, everybody tune in to Bo. His show is going to be on our channel, the Bama Standard channel, starting next week. And we got a lot of other things. If you've not yet subscribed to our Bama Standard channel, please do. We just got over 2,000 subscribers. We are moving on up in the world. Our videos are getting a lot of love. We're doing some things. Check us out. Again, like and subscribe to this channel. If you're watching a replay, get in the comment section. Let us know what you thought. Terry Jones Jr., thank you so much for jumping on, especially last minute, man. I definitely appreciate the advice you three gave to Miles McVay. Looking forward to what he's going to do on this campus. And I feel like with y'all guiding him like you did, it's going to make a difference in his career. So, yeah, thank y'all for that input you placed in his life.
Appreciate you.
But that'll do it for all of us, guys. Roll Tide.
Stay on, Marvin.